again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, it's Shedeur Sanders.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier.
18 carries, 65 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently. Maybe.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Throwing, Sanders.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Let's go.
Here's Sanders.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They juked him. Good blocking there, nearly swung him. As it is, it will go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he is, without any question at all, the focal point of this offense. Had an unbelievable game running the football last time out. And we're not just talking about little scampers here and there for 5 or 10 yards. We're talking about big, long, explosive, field-flipping runs. And that's something this defense is well aware of.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
72 yards.
And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score. Bengals.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins.
Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Now Jerry will try to pick it up.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They'll look to set up his blockers.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. And a fine chase on the right side, complete.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Joe Burrow taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Go.
Sanders to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Ready.
Sanders has it pumped free. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game.
Here we go. 180.
On first and 10, here's Brown. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Now Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. Gets past one man. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
This is Brown going up the middle. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
A gain of 2. Brings up third and 7.
Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they're saying it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Big 13. Big stop.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he works free. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Bengals.
And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
We look at this Browns defense, and they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely an improvement day for them.
And not much room to speak on. They'll get about 3 up to the 41. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now it's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Still going. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals add 6 to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up. I'm not sure what you're saying on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
McPherson on for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Heading out, it's a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw is Sanders. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Cameron Sample. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. To throw now, here's Sanders. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Demetrius Knight What a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
You know, a week ago was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks. Here we go again.
And he's the type of player that'll keep an offensive staff up all week trying to figure out how to slow him down. But at some point, they just have to take account of themselves and say, I've got to get bodies in front of him so he doesn't disrupt our offense totally.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Over the juke. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. A gain there of 21 yards. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and
play action. It's Burrow. Rolling for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So plenty of fireworks here early, 35-0 now as the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. This short pass into the hands of the juke. And he appears to be about 2
feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.